My name is Jeff Shi. I have a background in manufacturing with a Bachelor of Science and Master of Science. And I did my PhD at the University of Toronto in robotics. I think the most interesting factor for myself right now is I'm serving as an industry research chair, supported by Majay at Department of Aerospace, the Toronto Metropolitan University. It is very important. Canada has been one of the leaders around the world. I think if you ask me probably like 5 years ago, Canada probably ranked number 3, but now probably number 5. Canada has been leading in space technology, for example, Canada. And Canada also has been leading in supersonic aircraft, for example, Aero, that was canceled, the Reach Mark II aircraft. And Bombardier is one of the leading companies for the last, I think, 20, 30 years behind Boeing and Airbus. But now with all this competition going on, I think Canada has to really do a lot of innovation in order to catch up and sustain our leadership. Just based on what I'm doing in my research chair position, actually, I'm doing this research chair for cabin research, inside a cabin. That is not traditional aerospace, requires the other fields. Coming back to the COVID, we were required by the company to conduct, for example, disinfection tests. And these are the bio, right? The bio stuff. So of course, you have to expand your knowledge beyond just aerospace. And for cabin design, that essentially is interior design. So you have to know how to design these furnitures and chairs, all of these, not only very ergonomic, but also has to be cost effective. Aerospace by itself is bio-inspired right from the beginning. So the Wright brother, when they started flying in 1903, and basically trying to just envision themselves they can fly like birds. Yeah. So it's not just aerospace; it has to be intersecting with all the other fields. My background actually is more mechanical than aerospace. So one of the achievements I did was working on the Morphing Wing for the last, I think, on and off for probably around 10 years now. And 2 years ago, when we achieved the test on the Morphing Winglet for our industrial partner, actually the real size Morphing Winglet, and we succeeded in testing with the full load. And one of the technicians said that this is a moon landed, like a sort of like a, he trying to express that's the milestone we did actually, and we tested the full load, and then we succeeded by satisfying the requirement from the company, and the whole thing we did, like we designed it, and we analyze it, and we test to the full speed, like a full load. So that's why I feel this is more memorable to me. At least for me, I see myself actually not just study the theory, but actually apply the theory to make something useful. Right? Around the world, people right now basically talking about green aviation. So that is in line with the COP26, like last year in London, starting in Paris, right? Basically, you have to combat with the CO2 emission from the fuel and also the noise. These are the two main issues. So these are basically the key issues facing aerospace, and Canada has been doing a lot there. I guess First year, probably you really focus on study fundamentals, physics, chemistry, and math, and probably drawing, a little bit of computer programming. But in addition to this, I would suggest you very simple. One is to, because you guys all have phones, just look a little bit deeper into the phone. How many electronic gadgets, I mean, sensor, like the sensor function in your phone. For example, accelerometer, measuring the acceleration. They can measure your heartbeat, and they can count your how much distance you walk, linked to the GPS, and the temperature, and you can download a lot of apps. You can measure the noise, and you can measure the length. All these functions there. So these are the engineering. Actually, believe it or not, these are engineering tools. Actually, in the aircraft, especially in the cabin research we're doing, and we'll all integrate this technology into the cabin right now. Um, so I guess while you having fun with the phone, I would suggest you to look a little bit deeper and thinking how you can apply these functions into the design later on for aircraft.